I'm starting the biggest, most important build of my dark academia bedroom. The bookshelves. These are the type of bookshelves I want, but they make my wallet cry. And you might have heard that IKEA hacks are the way to go if you want high-end furniture at a fraction of the cost. But how much does an IKEA hack really cost? To find out, I'll be wandering through IKEA's perfectly staged rooms, grabbing the bookshelves I need, sketching out the final design, and hunting down all the decorative trim I need to transform these boring shelves into a dark academia masterpiece. But will this actually be worth it, or will it turn into a money pit?
What do you mean it doesn't fit?
Something I didn't know I needed. I always need more fake plants.
Don't you have a plant that looks just like that? She is looking at more plants. This is not what we came here for. I think Tiffany's in danger of becoming a plant girly.
I don't come to IKEA often because of the drive, but every time I do, it feels like stepping into another dimension. I came here just for bookshelves, and now I'm suddenly planning to redesign every single room in my house. Maybe I need a new kitchen. It honestly gives me the same feeling kids get when they go to Disney World for the first time. Walking through each room makes you believe you can actually have your life together. There's just so much inspiration everywhere. And the store is literally designed to trap you. One entrance, one exit, and that exit is like 4 hours away. You have to walk through every single room before you finally get out. And IKEA knows what they're doing. They even have a place where you can have lunch with those amazing meatballs, and a place where you can have dinner by the time you're done. I found bookshelves. I think I'm in the right area. I love that color. It won't match with the bedroom, but screen. Enough getting sidetracked. Here were my thoughts when I first got to IKEA. I had planned to buy 3 15-inch bookshelves, attach them together with some decorative trim. But once I got here, I realized I didn't like how that looked. The reason I picked the smaller bookshelves in the first place was because the next size up is 31.5 inches, and I thought putting 2 of those together might look too big. Here's the wall where I'm planning to put it. I also want to add doors at the bottom for extra storage, but I don't like the ones that IKEA sells. They're too tall and they take up half of the bookshelf. What I really want are shorter doors, so I'll probably have to build them from scratch. So we took a break to eat lunch because I'm thinking maybe changing the design I already had, but I'm not sure. I struggle with making a decision because sometimes I would draw something and design something and think it looks good, and then I see it in person and then I'm like, maybe not. So now I can't decide. Should I go with the big ones? But then I think it's gonna be too big. Anyways, this is just one of my struggles that I go through every time I'm designing a room or even just a section of the room or furniture.
I found yarn.
So when I can't make a decision, I drag Tony into it. And usually her answer is, I don't know, you decide, you're the designer. Which doesn't help me at all. But this is her room too, and the bookshelves are for her, so her opinion matters. So I showed her kind of the size of what it will look like if I do the 3 small bookshelves all put together, which is what I originally thought. But then I showed her if I do 2 of the big bookshelves, this is about the size it would be. So what do you think?
I think that, like, you're the designer, but I have a lot of books. And I think if you want to go with a book wall that fits in with the dark academia, I would go with this. That's like the big one. Because the other one that you were looking at looks more like a china cabinet of books. I don't think very many books are going to fit in there, so...
Tony, the designer. I'm just afraid that it'll get to where it looks like too much in the bedroom. I guess that's my concern. So that's why I don't want to cover the whole wall with books.
Never enough books.
But if Tony says it's okay, then I'll just go for it.
So why don't you buy these instead of the Billies?
Because that's $250. Buying 2 of these would be $500, and they are better quality. They're thicker. The Billies are $69 each, and I need 2. I still have to add stuff to it to make it look the way I want, so I don't want to pay $250 and then on top of it spend a few $100s in trim work, paint, and everything that I need. I can just do that with the cheap ones. The reason I'm not building the Billies from scratch is also a price thing. If I buy plywood, it's really expensive, and it will take me forever to build it because I have to figure out and design every single shelf, the size, like I just have to figure out all the measurements, and it just takes me forever to cut everything to size. That is just a pre-built. It's easy to put together. I have the box, I have the main component, and I just build around it. And I just think that would be a lot easier. IKEA does have this style of bookshelves, and they're made out of wood. The quality seems okay. I could just paint them, put 2 of them together, and call it a day. But it wouldn't make me a DIYer if I didn't overcomplicate this project. So I made my decision, and I'm going with the Billies. I mentioned multiple times before that I live in Florida, and what that means is thunderstorms all the time during the summer that make me lose power. And right now is hurricane season. Power outages during disasters aren't just inconvenient, they suck. EcoFlow, which is the sponsor of this video, is very aware of that, so they sent me some backup for this year. EcoFlow sent me their Delta Pro 3 portable power station, which provides a powerful and reliable backup solution. It's portable, quiet, safe for indoor use, and is the perfect backup for when the unexpected happens. Last year, we got hit with Hurricane Debbie, Helene, and Milton. That's 3 hurricanes in the same year. And in this area, when we lose power to a hurricane, we lose it for days, and I want to be prepared this time. I really like that the EcoFlow portable power station is safe to use indoors. I've used gas generators before when I've lost power. The problem with those is that they're loud, they produce toxic emissions, which makes them unsafe to use inside. And I can't run them while the hurricane is passing through. They require gas, which is hard to get when a hurricane hits because the gas stations, they run out. And the ones that still have gas, you have to sit there in a long line to wait for it. One thing I really like about this unit is that it's ready to go. If the power goes out, I can just wheel it out, plug in what I need, and keep going with my day. You can energize almost anything with it. One side can power 120 volts, or the other side can power 240 volts. This is it right now, powering our entire work setup. We work from home, so if we lose power, that means we can't work. But with this, we can keep our Wi-Fi running and we can keep working. And speaking of working from home, I can power my entire shop with this unit. I can run the table saw, the miter saw, and even my portable AC. You can hear that I have the AC running, and you can tell here how much wattage it's using and how long it has if I keep running it. Most importantly, we don't have to lose food. I can plug in our refrigerator, plus all of our small kitchen appliances to keep things running. Recharging it is easy too. You just plug it into an outlet when there's power, and it takes around an hour to charge, which is super fast. There's no setup required. You can take it out of the box, charge it, and it's ready to go. And it's super quiet too. It's running right now since it's charging. It's simple to operate. You just use this button to turn it on. It has like a couple second delay and it's on. And then you just choose if you want to use the 120 volt side or the 240 volt side. There's also different ways to charge it, including charging it with solar panels, which EcoFlow offers on their website. I also love that it has an app that shows you the battery level and how much time you have depending on the usage. And of course, it has USB and USB-C ports so you can charge your phone. I mean, you all know I can't live without my phone. Anyways, if you want to check out the EcoFlow Delta Pro 3, I'll have the link in the description so you can be prepared for when the unexpected happens. Thank you, EcoFlow, for sponsoring this video. Okay, this is inspiration for my office. See, I really want to do a pegboard wall. I do want something where I can write stuff with a marker, but I also want the corkboard to put pins. I don't know, like a wall like that. So this is inspiration for my office for sure. I'm looking for inspiration for what to do with this wall in our office. It's basically storage, but I want it to look pretty. It will be a project in the near future for sure. I think I want this for the office. So the wall will have all storage, but I kind of want a platform like this because I have a sewing machine and I don't have anywhere to do my sewing that I do maybe once a year. But I really like the idea of having like a workspace and a table that folds in and out. This actually folds. I really like this setup right here. That's amazing. I want that.
That's cool.
I do want that. After hours of wandering through IKEA's perfectly staged rooms, we finally made it to the most dangerous section. This is where you find things you think you need, but you really don't. Go back.
Yep.
I just gotta push it from the back because it's hard to pull out. There. Okay, hold.
Yep. Holding.
Okay. This is definitely a 2-people job because these bookshelves are heavy. How long we've been here?
4 hours.
Okay, I think I have successfully gotten everything I needed. I came here for Billy bookcases. I changed my mind on the size, but I still got what I needed. Things I didn't know I needed. A bath mat, non-slip shelf liners, miscellaneous cleaning products, scissors for Tony, of course, fake plants. Stop moving. A trash can, and of course, chocolate. Oh, and I got plenty of inspiration for the office, but that's a problem for later. But I definitely got some inspiration from what I saw today. All right, so far in this IKEA hack, I spent $138 on the bookshelves.
There she is, Miss America. All those fancy cameras and you still can't park straight.
I almost had it the first time. Go over that handle. I think we did this in the worst possible way. Okay. Wait. All right, I got it.
Second.
Yeah, and then go to the other side. It doesn't fit.
What do you mean it doesn't fit? That's a good question.
No, we could probably flip it and put it through the middle.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we're good. We'll make it fit. Thank you. Maybe.
Maybe?
No, this is gonna work. This is gonna work.
Is it gonna fit?
No, it fits. It fits barely. But it fits. Your idea worked, Tony.
I am a genius.
I almost put you in the back seat.
But what about all of the rest of it?
Oh, there's plenty of room for that. I'll make this work. Okay, push. Is it gonna fit? Yeah, I think it'll close. Okay, now we gotta put the rest of our stuff in there.
Ready?
Yep. Oh, it closed. It's good. Woo! The car next to us was there the entire time, and they just left. And they weren't loading anything, so I think they were just watching us the entire time to see how this was gonna turn out. They were probably just laughing at us.
I don't even blame them. Whenever I see someone loading furniture that clearly will not fit,
Yeah.
I want to watch.
2 hours to ride home. and we'll deal with the rest later. So after changing my mind on the design of the bookcases, I redrew it and this is what I came up with. And I know it looks super simple, but this is everything I need to make it. I feel like a lot of creators gloss over this part, including myself. We're like, here's a picture of what we want to do, like here's the design, and then we just go and make it, right? But there's so much work and so many hours sometimes that go into a design. Even if it looks simple, there's a lot of thought that goes into this. So I'm just gonna quickly give you some insight into my brain, into how I put this together, because these projects, they are sometimes intimidating. I started watching videos for inspiration to get ideas, okay, how am I really gonna put this together? And it seemed intimidating. But then I start breaking it down, and when I break it down into little pieces and then put it in a list of everything I have to buy and how I have to put it together, it's not that bad. So the first thing I do is I draw it, and the drawing doesn't have to be perfect. This literally starts with scribble, and I just make it look pretty so that when I show it to you, it makes sense. But I have my inspiration here on the side, and then I have the drawing of what I want to do, and then I just start pointing out all of the pieces that I need to actually put this together. So for example, I want core bills because I think that will look pretty, and then I need vertical trim because the Billy bookcases, they're very, very plain, so I want to add some decorative trim. And the doors, I didn't like the IKEA doors, so I think I'm gonna make my own doors. And then the feet and the base panel, I want to put this on a base panel, and then I need doorknobs. I mean, I just basically break down every single material that will go into this. The crown molding, the fact there's gonna be a flat decorative piece that the crown molding has to go on. And I come up with this by looking at inspiration pictures and sometimes just even videos of multiple people out there like that have done this before, and see how each person does it, and it just gives me a pretty good idea of all the pieces that I need to put this together. And then it's just a matter of picking out the type of decorative trim that I want for my specific design. Once I do this, then it goes on a list that I can follow when I go shopping and then I can just check off everything I need. Obviously there's math involved in this. I'm not gonna go into that, but that's why it's time consuming, because there's a lot of different sizes. I don't actually come up with specifically what type of trim I need. A lot of this gets done at the store. So I take this drawing and my list to the store and I visually figure out a lot of things there, which is what I'm gonna do next, by the way. I'm probably gonna spend a lot of time at Lowe's. I really wanted to show the process I go through with planning, getting the materials, and of course showing you the cost. Lately, I've been rushing through the design phase, just trying to keep up with projects and posting videos, but I realized I actually really enjoy this part. So this time, I wanted to slow down, plan it out, and hopefully avoid a few mistakes by doing things ahead of time. I wanted to take you along on this journey, and if sharing my process helps even one person tackle projects that feels daunting, that's a win. What do you think of this one for the border of the, like the middle and the edges of the bookshelf, just so it has a little something?
I like it.
Yeah? Okay.
For the last 4 hours, Tiffany has been trying to figure out how she is going to handle this trim situation.
Hi.
So I want to add feet at the bottom of the bookshelf, kind of like the ones that I added for the bed. So these are similar, but they're actually wider because I know that it's going to be so heavy because Tony's going to fill it up with books, that I wanted to have enough support. But they don't have enough. I need 6. There's only 4, so I'll get it at another store. I checked online, like I checked on Amazon, and everything I found was smaller than this. So this is more expensive, but I trust it more. They're closing the store. We've been here for over 2 hours. And we came in late, so they're closing the store. They were making the closing announcement, so we're gonna go. I'm gonna get everything else another day. I'll show you all the trim and the wood I picked out on the next video as I'm putting it together, because right now it basically just looks like a pile of sticks. But here's what I've spent so far. A little doggy time before we start putting shelves together. Hi, Misty. Oh, you want me to throw that ball, huh? You want me to throw that ball? Give me that filthy ball. I forgot all the stuff we had on top of the... That was heavy. These shelves are heavy. Now we put them together. How long do you think it'll take us?
30 minutes for me, an hour for you.
You think I'm that slow? Are you wearing my shirt?
Are you wearing my shirt?
These t-shirts came from the Squid Game experience in New York, where you actually get to play some of the games from the show, and my dad ended up being the winner. Meanwhile, Tony and I wouldn't last 5 minutes in Squid Game, but maybe we'll at least survive this IKEA build.
There we go.
Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Good job. Oh, we still don't have enough space.
I need an assist.
What do you need? Oh. It came out. It was very clear that in a short amount of time, putting IKEA furniture together was getting to us. Push. No! What do you mean?
The wrong way!
What do you mean is the wrong way? There's a label here too!
No, this one says that's where the anchors go.
So anchors go here, all the way at top?
Yes.
And then the rest, I don't get it.
Look into my eyes. In all of the holes, they want you to put an anchor and then the white plastic flathead things
Inside the anchor?
inside the anchor.
Oh, Buddy's gonna escape from under the tub.
What? Where is he?
I need this to go in the groove.
Okay, you do not have the patience to accomplish this task. Hold my nuts and get out of the way.
These are nails. Or plastic anchors.
Do you want to start a fight?
I ended up going to 3 different stores to get the rest of the materials. And I ended up spending $584 on all the wood and the trim that I'm gonna use to make this IKEA hack. $69 in paint, totaling around $791 for this project. This total might change a bit since sometimes I buy extra wood and return what I don't use, but it's still a pretty close estimate of the cost. Once I have everything built, I'll update the total if it changes. Now, I was curious to know how much would have cost if I bought better quality bookshelves or even build it from scratch, and this is what I came up with. Building it from scratch is really not that much more than the billet bookshelves, but after my experience of building the closet, I just know it will be so time consuming. Oh,
Woo! It's perfect.
we gotta put
some trim and some pretties.
Yes. And the shelves. Should we do some YouTube magic for the shelves?
It didn't work.
What do you think? It only took us an hour and 24 minutes, mostly because we struggled with the back of the first one. I have a lot of work to do. Thank you everyone for joining me in this journey, and thank you patrons and members for your support. I will see you all on the next video.